Hello, Jamila Theobald here, Mindset Yoga and Anxiety Coach, back with you for episode 3. And from my heart, can I just say thank you? I'm so excited. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the emails that you've been sending and welcoming me into your world and you coming into mine. And so for episode 3 today, I want to bring to you the concept of the bully within and kind of talk to you a little bit about how to deal with that. In my background as a school counselor, I've dealt with my own fair share of bullying, and it's come to my attention that we all carry around inside of us a particular bully. And for those ambitious women that we are, we have some names for our own bullies that I would like to share with you. Their names start with perfectionism, people pleasing and guilt, the need for approval, comparison. I'm sure the list goes on and on. We can also add to that the need for control. And what starts to happen is that these all get balled up into our inner critic. And this term for the inner critic is the person or the voice inside of you that presents the worst case scenario, often telling you to dim your light and talks very negatively. And so, what I would like to talk to you or share with you about is this inner critic. So when we leave it undealt with, it can really stir up the essence of our true nature and lead us to behaviors that move us away from that. And these behaviors tend to manifest in isolation or the need to feel numb. Sometimes dimming our light so that we feel like others will accept us or approve of us. And it ultimately breaks down our confidence and our certainty. And we are left wondering, should we dim our light and take an easier approach to living or a quieter approach to living? And here's a quick knit and grit that I want to share with you about how to really get a grip on your inner bully. First, it begins with stepping into being more present and to keep your thoughts under control and thinking of ways that you can be more attentive as a mom or as a friend or as somebody that is surrounding themselves with those that they care most about. Anxiety and thinking the worst case scenario can certainly put you into a mode of panic. And so when you search for answers outside of yourself, there is a shattering of that confidence as opposed to dealing with the inner bully and making sure that that's under wraps. So first, shushing your inner critic. One day we may get to the point where we befriend our inner critic, but when we're first starting off on this journey, where I've found is, a few steps into the journey is to get a hold of being aware of the voice that is not your own. It's this voice of a knowing that you have a choice in the thoughts that you choose to entertain. And sometimes those unhelpful, unhealthy thinking habits, actually not sometimes, oftentimes, all the time, they take away your power. So when you can empower yourself and give yourself permission to live the truth, it's an important step. So just knowing, is this my true voice or is this a voice that is the perfectionist, the people pleaser, the need to have control? Is this a voice that is serving me well? The second part of that is I talked about the work in the last video. And this is a very important tool to use when your inner critic starts using these tactics, is to call them out. Is it true? Do I know 100% is it true? And then start asking yourself, who am I when I start believing, that I'm supposed to be doing these things for these people, or I'm supposed to be perfect. I need to have everything in control. If I don't have that control, then the whole world's going to end. So you start going through asking these questions of the work, and then you come out on the other side of, who are you if you don't believe these thoughts, and recognizing that there is peace in letting go of what your inner critic tells you to be true. The other part of it is treating yourself with compassion. As you move through rationalizing the thoughts that you have and the existence of your thinking process, finding that you deserve to understand that determination and courage, compassion, having your strongest inner gifts be compassion. You move to the position of no longer being bullied by your inner bully or your inner critic, but moving into a place of being an upstanding person. And this is a term that I use for the person that not only sees what's happening, becoming aware, they can be in that present moment of dealing with the bully and then using tactics or using tools to combat that. and ultimately having a more positive outlook on life. I hope this helped. If it did, please leave me a comment below. You can also subscribe. Hop on over to my webpage, www.jamilatheobald.com, and I would love to hear how, or perhaps hear a few more of tools that you use to deal with your inner critic. Ta-ta for now. Take care. Bye-bye.